Hey, greetings everyone. It's GleeCon, and I'm back. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Lore of Warcraft. In our last one, we finished off the first episode, or the first issue. I just keep saying that, episode instead of issue. We finished off the first issue of the old, archaic, hard-to-find World of Warcraft official magazine. And it was cool. I liked it. We got 4 more to go before the series comes to an abrupt end. And tune in if you want to check it out. It's pretty much one of the only places on the internet that you can find it, is my channel. So subscribe and you'll keep getting all those until we finish the series. We've also been playing World of Warcraft Classic and Old. We have Shalacir here with her little witch hat. She's actually, as Cuzzy noted in the comments last episode, or the episode before, this is our first level 30. I really thought maybe some of the others were there, but no, if you look through it, this is... Talanji's poor, only Talanji and Molnar down at 23, so we have a lot of love that we need to get, but she's halfway through her journey. It feels like we spent so long on these guys, and you know what got her there so fast was concentrating and getting through a zone on her own. So it's really making me perhaps want to tweak how we do some of these zones. I think we're ripe for concentrated playthroughs. I might shift that as we finish these groups. I'm not sure. But anyway, stay a while. Listen as we pop in with her. She actually finished Ashenvale. This is a bonus ep for her before she gets going, because we still have one quest on the docket, which is the Tower of Althalaxx. So we're going to play that. She does have some buffs that she is ready to apply to herself. I did train at the level 30 last time. We did try this. See, I got travel form. Not quite as fast as a mount, I believe. I think it's a 40% increase. But if you tack that on with, let's see, what is this? This gives you a 30% increase while in cat form. So this is a little faster than that. However, the cat form one, you can use that wherever. So this does give us a slight 10% increase to speed, but it's not really as... For those of you that aren't spec'd in Feral or Bear, even, this is less noticeable. We did get a couple other things, a couple cat form buffs, just a couple random healing moves. We got Tranquility, one of the best parts of being a druid healer. I like my... I mean, I think they're a little bit harder now. They spelled Israel wrong. Poor dude. They said pray for Israel. And honestly, pray for everybody in that area. That is... I don't care what side of the line or which part of Israel or Gaza or West Bank or any of that you live in. Thousands are dying, and right, like the other one said, pray for world peace. Sure, wouldn't that be nice? But actually, let me get this earth root, because I can still make those other potions. You know, most of them are women and children. So you got a lot, especially on the Gaza side. You're losing women and children. It's just a cry and a shame. That's such a sticky situation. I'm no political scientist, but it's a terrible. I don't know what the solution is to that. But let's save that for the political podcast. Pray for all those babies, man. Pray for all those poor non-combatants on both sides. Pray for the babies. Pray for the people that are trapped over there in the middle of a conflict that is as sticky and entrenched as any that we have on Earth. So yeah, we're going over to... Last time we did this Tower of Althalaxx, we were, I think, 27, so we're 3 levels higher. We did get pwned. But now we have more. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying that this, as of Shadowlands, my Restoration Druid was probably my favorite healer. Then The downside was that they were essentially unplayable outside of group content. Outside of dungeons and raids, you could not... They weren't viable. They did no DPS, a ridiculously small amount of DPS. So much that even in the dungeon and raid context, you almost couldn't help. You could do like a very small second Moonfire and Sunfire, and then spam a very low damage Wrath. That was it. That was the extent of what you had to offer. I'm just trying to collect these low level herbs still because we have to catch up on, because I can't find the Black Fathom. I just don't see it very much. I do have some Peace Bloom in the bank now. I moved some of that stuff to the bank, so we'll be able to get some. But I loved it. And then it's pretty cool in Dragonflight. They just opened up the options. Now it's really cool. You have all these offensive abilities if you're soloing. That's one thing that they definitely made a concerted effort on in Dragonflight. If you are a tank or a healer, specifically if you're a healer, they really opened up your options for DPS. So of course you're not going to be hitting it as hard as some of the others, but it's now viable to level with pretty much any spec. So you don't have to constantly go and shift specs between when you want to do dungeons and leveling, which I love that. I love it so much. Alright, so this is our guide. This is our thing. Last time we did this, we... yeah, so you barely... I can't even tell the difference in the speed. It's such a small tick. Let's see, where these guys are at. Alright, so they're gonna go in here. Let's go ahead and buff them. And I'll buff myself too. It's just him as a hunter. And let's on my... Who just shot me? Okay, so this guy has decided to come fight me, but my aggro is on these guys. The aggro is so ridiculous that yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buff these people up. So they're probably too low for me, but let's also give myself some of these buffs. So what can we do? Well, I do have some smoked sagefish, so I can eat that for the buff. I can drink this minor fortitude. So we're going to do that too. The sagefish is also going to refill my mana. I like that. We're going to just fully buff to the 9s here. Okay, I can also throw my spirit buff on. And I can throw one of the many armor buffs that I got. Okay, and now we are... this is as good as it's going to get as we try to go. See, these are level 29s. That's just a crying shame. See, that would have got me before. Just don't know what we're going to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is try to bring them out. We're going to see what we can do. Okay, so we're going to start by just ravaging this, and then hopefully we pull that caster out. Okay. So if we can pull like this, it will be not too shabby. I don't know why she's a jerk, really. It's smart. It's smart AI having to make them run. It makes it to where it's not really viable for you to just sit back and cherry pick, or come in and just shred them down. And we're gonna see. So that went, that was fine. That part's not a big deal, but it is. It's also not the issue. So now let's try this one. What if we come in? Now we know that she's gonna run. So we're gonna see what happens. We go straight for... Oh my gosh, come on. Okay, so we got her. Now we can fight the Voidwalker, and we'll see where we're at with health. Seems okay. Like, I don't know for either of these if it really matters. Okay. I mean, again, we have all these buffs on, so... Alright, so that was fine. We just have to be careful about the way that we pull. If we can pull it now, and also with respawning. Look, that's a battered chest. I mean, I'll pull it. I hear some people up there, but we're most likely gonna have to pull. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we can get. It's all about pulling these guys into a spot where... Oh man, I dropped down. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay, so she's ravaged pretty hard there. Again, that's fine. So again, there are, I think, there are people that pat around here too, so we do have to be careful on this. But at least we got her, which these are the ones that run. Okay, so far so good. But again, you just never know. My thorns is about to wear off. I'm going to refresh right now while I'm thinking about it. The last thing we want is even one thing to stop working. I got the next rank of rebirth. Not that that will help me. Okay, so what do we got here? This is not even the top level. This is the next tier down before the top level. So we do need to be able to pull. Now see, we don't want to come up here and pull. I want that one to pat down. Look at all these. See, we need to get this guy. There's really no way around this. Like because of the Void Walkers, because of everything going on, we cannot survive this pull here. There we go. That's what we want. We want to pull this one down, which is good. So as soon as she hits the bottom of her path here,
I'm out of range.
Oh, I'm glad. Let's mess that one up. Okay, maybe I'm gonna hit a 2-point dot just to get that going.
It's too far away. I don't have enough energy. Enough energy. I'm out of range.
Okay, so that's good. So then, at about half life, I have her down. Maybe I'll just add a single. Oh man, come on.
Not enough energy.
Okay, and then. And these are level 28. If we can pull them off one by one, I'm pretty confident that I can beat the boss guy. But I need his people. Or we need to be able to hibernate something. Okay, so I need to get the rest of this heal up. Alright, so... Yeah, we can't have...
Ready. I can't do it. Not enough energy. That ability isn't...
See, if we can get her... Yeah, it's all going to depend where she runs.
Far away. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. She died over there without pulling, so we are safe.
Ready yet.
Because now the Void Walker won't run. We can worry about pulling that other guy right there.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough
Okay.
energy.
So we survived that. Alright, so what we have to do now is... It's gonna have to be... hitting with this dot, and then running down here. I did not succeed. I pulled multiple Void Walkers. So this is not ideal. But I'm okay down here. Right as that respawns. Okay, so that's unfortunate. So now we know these guys are respawning. My ability to run is going to be way down. We cannot have two people like that. And my timer is ticking. I need to be able to get... so he looks to be down here without... Now, will I be able to fight her?
Don't have enough energy.
Yeah, see, look.
Not enough energy.
Okay, so I think he's good. He's going to die on his own from the lead. So he stayed down here, which that's actually golden for us. Okay, I resisted the magic. That's perfect. Okay. Oh my gosh, I think we got completely lucky with the way that worked, because that allowed us to separate them. Oh my gosh. And now we can go up where the other one should. Okay, so let's, again, we're going to try this again. Where I'm going to run down here. Just not crazy far, just down enough to where it has to go. Yeah. Okay. I don't know where she's at. Oh, there she is. Okay, so we got it. Okay. Oh man, that one hit me. Not enough energy. I don't have not enough energy. Okay, that was also very close, but that was all we needed. Was that one kill. I hear some people coming. As long as they don't try to come get my kill, be okay. This is who we need. Hold this dude. Come on, bro. Just pull him away.
I don't have enough energy.
Okay, so we hit him.
Not enough energy.
Okay, I'm gonna come around the other side. Man, that really scares me when it like glitches out and it shows the whole world. He's not even casting. Okay, so we got his freaking head. Oh my gosh. We did it. Woo! That was a fun solo. They're gonna be bummed that I can't, that's too much. See, he just, that's a hunter. They can do their stuff. They'll be fine. I don't know what he is, stunned, pacified, I mean, they've got some action going on there. So where do we turn this in? Right to the guy outside. Okay. I don't need to be... Oops. I always do that. I've talked about this last time, too. I don't need the silk relief. No, let's do travel mode. Alright, so we did it. Let's talk to him. There might be, like, one more step where we have to go back to Ashenville, which we can hearth if we have to do that. Oh, man, that was a toughie right there. They were level 37, though, so they should probably be okay.
Can I assist you?
Althalaxx Narasin is an ancient and powerful warlock. Perhaps we should wait for Delgrin's assistance, but he obviously had much faith in you to send you alone.
Yeah, that's right. Good, justified faith. Oh, let's read the journal page, too. It says, "It never ceases to amaze me how easily hatred can be used to bend people to your will. The orcs and trolls were easiest, their hatred of the Alliance making them willing subjects to hear the message of the Dark Strand. Do they have any inkling of the greater power they serve? That infuriating paladin, Delgrin the Purifier, has been poking into our affairs in Ashenville Forest, while his lackey, Balthul, spies on my tower, thinking his presence unknown to me. This is this guy. Delgrin believes us a minor threat, just another death cult. Perhaps little does he know that we are but one of the strands of the Shadow Council." So that's who we're just fighting, which is disturbing because I believe that was a night elf that we just fought that was part of the Shadow Council. "As a child, I was once told of an insect whose bite could kill with ease, though it looked nothing more than a fly, a speck, barely worthy of recognition. It is the things you dismiss which will hurt you the most, left to fester." Alright, so we just took the fight to the Shadow Council.
Ishno del Dia.
With the death of Athricus, I hope that the demonic forces in this area will be driven back.
I have no doubt that they will regroup and return, but then we shall be even more prepared to meet their threat.
Okay.
For all the work that you have done, you deserve to be well rewarded. Return to Delgren and tell him that Athricus Narasin lies stilled by your hand, and the cult of the Dark Strand is beaten and scattered.
Alright, so there is a final step to this one, which is whatever. And then we're going to have to... Yeah, she's going over to Hillsbrad next, so she's going to need to take a boat. Trying to picture... Well, either way, first let's go turn this into Delgren so we can just hearth back to Ashnor. I guess we could take a boat... Because we could fly... I think we're connected to where we could fly to Ratchet now. And then we're going to have to... I think she might actually... I don't know. She's at least could get ourselves over there to Wetlands. Where is he at? I think he's at this camp up here, yeah. Alright, cool. That, unfortunately, the quest gear is not anything good for us. It's a two-handed sword or a cloth pants, neither of which will we use as a druid. But that was pretty good. Luckily, we had these various buffs, and they certainly helped. What is this? What's the perfect comp for a raid? An old priest and a young priest. Got it. Stocks boost 5 gold per reset. Oh my gosh. Pibbs gets it. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do, if I should make you guys sit through the travel to Hillsbrad or not. I mean, probably not. What's the point, you know? It's not going to make for... I don't have anything... There's nothing for us to really do in that time. There's nothing to set up for. When we get to Hillsbrad, it's going to be a talkie. And then we're not even going to be doing her for playing with Chalice here for a little bit more time. I miss when she was called Shadow... Well, I can't even remember what it was. It's been so long. She's been Chalice here more. Shadow something. Shadow Song. That was a banger of a name. Yeah, so... I really like this idea that I had for the... Maybe once we get to retail, which is a million years. Actually, you know what? Yeah, not even that. We can do it on a bunch of other things. Maybe once I even get to Burning Crusade. Maybe we'll have to... I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so... What is this?
I am listening.
Jordan Love.
Be up to the task, adventurer. I
Packers fan.
sense great deeds before you, and that you will right many of the wrongs that plague our lands. Bear my blessings, adventurer, as well as this gift.
Where are my children?
Light bless you.
Alright, so we did it. We are 30, 40. We're almost halfway up to 31. She's just cruising along, which is cool. So on the next time we play through, now we can jump back over to Hillsbrad, and we will be messing about with Nessingwary for that one. Starting to do Hillsbrad, and she'll be there as well. I don't know. I gotta really check it out. Now I'm kind of thinking, like, this worked nicely to... I don't know what's better, to kind of rotate the way we used to do it, or to hyper-focus on a realm at a time. But then we might get ourselves in a situation where we're doing, like... Yeah, that's a tough call. I guess I like both. I guess both. I mean, I know, maybe we'll keep doing it the way we have been, because we're going to switch over and do the hyper-focused starting the next expansion. And I don't think there's too many spots where we're going to get caught in this having to catch up. So I guess I can start flying, and we can talk about that for a minute before I log out. Because right now the only people doing Duskwood are going to be Arathor and Kalia. They're both there. They're both bouncing back and forth. I have a lot of people doing Thousand Needles. So Nessingwary and now her are going to be doing Hillsbrad. Maleficent is going to be soloing Wetlands. And that's it. That takes care of this round, so to speak. In the next round, I have Erator doing 1,000 Needles, along with Maleficent. Okay, so we're gonna fly over to Ratchet. We have to ultimately go to
Where would you
Hillsbrad.
like to fly to?
So that's gonna cost us 7.5 gold, silver, but whatever. I mean, I have to sell. I can sell the sword and stuff. Shalaseer here. She's gonna do 1,000 Needles as well. All right, so we have a 3-way split at that point. That's great. We'll be doing like 20-minute episodes or whatever. We had a 3-way split with Stone Talon, so it's not like it's impossible. We did eventually get around to doing it that way. It'll just be like 20 to 30-minute episodes for each, and it's just a little bit of juggling for me. It's not the end of the world. And of course, Erator's getting the shaft on that one also. And then we also, from the Alliance side, we will have Nessingwary and Kalia bouncing back and forth between the first half of Stranglethorn Vale, because that one can really be divided into 2 parts. Then from the Horde side, we have Varrock finishing up the Barrens right now. He still needs to do that. Talanji is meanwhile going to be doing... So he's doing that alone. Talanji's doing Ashenvale alone. Earth Fury's doing Stone Talon alone. And Farinel is finishing Hillsbrad alone. So they're all soloing, but we can continue to bounce through. Then Varrock will be doing 1,000 Needles along with Earth Fury. Okay. And Talanji and Farinel will be splitting the Stranglethorn Vale North for the Horde. Alright. No biggie. And then, yeah, so those will all arrive there. We just have to make sure they're each done with their respective zones beforehand, but that's not a huge thing, because some of those zones might not be the same thing, so the same size, so it does tempt me to want to finish each zone. That is tempting. Because we really, if we want to balance things out, I need Varrock to finish the Barrens. I need Talanji to run through Ashenvale, that's why she's so far behind. We need Earth Fury to run through Stone Talon. She just finished Ashenvale, so I can check this off on my list. We need Farinel to finish Hillsbrad, because the Horde has more quests easier, so Hillsbrad can be earlier for that. It might be worth it to do it this way. It would put off much further where we are for Kalia. It would also make it to where, when I'm splitting dungeons, that some characters are there's a chance that things might get a little dicey with certain dungeon splitting. So this is this is where it comes in, because what I'm thinking about doing now is, okay, like what if I stop and I say, okay, on the next episode I'm gonna finish off Barrens with 1,000 Needles. I mean with Varrock, even if it takes me 2 to 3 more episodes. Then I'll get Talanji and we'll just do a series of episodes like we just did, but we'll run through Ashenvale. Then we'll do the same thing with Earth Fury. We'll run him through Stone Talon. And then we'll finish off Hillsbrad with Farinel. Then we'll come back and we'll just bounce back and forth between Kalia and Erator doing Duskwood. I think it might be better for my sanity to do it that way, because I've kind of liked this, what we've just done, where we've been concentrating and finishing these zones. I think it helps us, while we forget about the other heroes, at least it's kind of like a longer journey where we get to see a hero grow and evolve. I think I am. I think this is what I'm gonna do. So, change of pace, rather than now that she's here, we're finally gonna take her and quest in Hillsbrad. I don't think that's what we're gonna do. Now we gotta take the boat over. I think it's gonna be better to at least focus by zone. Now, there might be some snafus with dungeons, and that is what it is. We can only do so much about that. But we'll still try our best to put certain characters in positions to do these dungeons. Like, I have so many people doing Thousand Needles. That puts like a majority of my people doing the Razorfin Crawl and Razorfin Downs dungeons. Black Fathom Deep, we already had her do it. She's the only one. And then Talanji's the only one that has to do it on the Horde side. She'll just have to pick up these quests. Nomragon, pretty much all Alliance. That could be one where like all Alliance and Horde do it, and we'll just have to worry about where to get the quests and how to talk about the quests and stuff like that. There's a portal to get to Nomragon from somewhere, so I kind of have to look up where that entrance is for the Horde. Same thing with Scarlet Monastery. It's really 4 dungeons. There's so many different parts. You could really break that one up. Razorfin Crawl and Downs, that will be 1,000 Needles now. Once we get to Uldaman, Zul'Farrak, Maradon, now we're starting to get to, one, getting back into the lore because those things didn't open for a little while. Yeah. We have the raids that were, like I said, we also are going to need to get to the point where we have raids to get to. I think it would also, it'll make it to where if we get stuck, bottlenecked, and we have to grind, that'll happen organically. We'll just be doing it with a single character. So, yeah. I kind of like this idea. But Nomragon is next. So, there's a ton of quests for Nomragon. Let's see where we have, while we're waiting on this boat, let's kind of look up what the classic Nomragon quests are. So we want quests. So there are 28 possible quests if you see, but they're not all real. That's one thing. So like a fine mess, no, unused. It's a log description. So I don't know what that really is. Yeah, it says unused. These are most likely like quests that they didn't actually put in the game. So scrap that. You have this fine mess. Escort to the Clockwork Run exit, and then report to Scooty and Booty Bay. That's probably within the dungeon you get that quest. Chast Pipe's Task. That's a Alliance quest. That it's a bread cast pipe. That's a breadcrumb to Ironforge. Chief Engineer Scooty. That's in Booty Bay. So that's where you get the. So getting down to Booty Bay is for the Horde. That's really where you want to go to get these quests. Which you can already kind of do that wherever. As soon as you get here. You know what I just realized? That Ratchet takes you to Booty Bay, I think. Crud. Whatever. That's what it is. She'll fly from wherever she lands. I could sell that journal page now too. It wasn't really a lot to do. Yeah, whatever. Data rescue. That's Ironforge. Karanos. That's a Horde one. That's Booty Bay. So the Horde is very few. Only 4 quests. And they come from Booty Bay. Return of the Ring. And return. So Nog, you have one that comes out of Wargrimmar. One, I don't know where you pick it up at. Probably within the dungeon. The Sparklematic 2500, yeah. So you get that from, it says it's a alliance, but there's probably a horde version. Yes, there's a version for each. So basically, you have a chance of getting this ring anytime you use the Sparklematic, which is these more Sparklematic actions. Now, whether or not we'll actually get them, luckily we are going to run this dungeon so many times. I'll run it with all the characters. So since we will run Gnomeregan, I'll just keep running it at least until I get that Sparklematic quest. Because that's a machine you use inside Gnomeregan, and if we don't get it, yeah, I just realized the last second, I thought this was going to be taking me up there. I don't remember where this one takes us, where Theramore. Yeah, dang it. I think that, now that I recall, I think that actually takes you over there to Dustswallow, Swamp of Sorrows or something. Now that I really look. Yeah, I think it takes you there. And this is pretty bad. That's alright, we can take the flight path up here. It'll cost a little bit more money. But what we're trying to do, she's going to fly as far north as she can. Does she have enough to learn fishing while she's here? I don't know that she's actually been here before. I don't know if it requires 150 or not. Oh, she doesn't have the gold right now. I could go and sell.
Yeah, what do you want?
That might give me some stuff. Yeah, go ahead and sell that. Boom. Oh, it's only 60 silver. Bumski, bumski. She doesn't really have a lot else to sell. So I have about a gold. Whatever. Her fishing's not strong enough for me to spend the money on it right now. And Booty Bay is a place that you can come all the time, so not too worried about it. But from here, we'll have to go over... Yeah, we're going to get on a flight path as far north as she can get. And I'm scared that she doesn't have any connecting flights. And if so, this was a waste of my time, and I'll log as I figure it out. But I do think you can connect. I think you can connect here, or at least to Stormwind. Where's the flight? Oh, it's over there. It's a little different from retail. They've tweaked it a smidge. Made it slightly easier to get up to the flight path. Alright, where's our guy? There he is.
Fastest griffins this side of Airy Peak.
Okay, I can fly. Let's see. Menethil Harbor. Yeah, I guess that's probably the quickest one because that's still 10 silver. So then from there, she's going to need to walk up into... She's going to need to walk up through there, walk through Arathi Basin, Arathi Highlands, whatever. And then over into Hillsbrad, where she'll stop here. At least she does have a small cluster of quests. That's Alterac Mountains, technically, right there. This is all Alterac Mountains, all this border. So even though you can see that quest on the map, it's technically Alterac. So she has this cluster of quests. Looks like it's around 8 quests. And some of them probably have things. Once you get to level 30, you're good to go. Our problem is that I don't think Nessingwary is even close to 30, so he's going to be stuck on grind mode, which is a pain in the bootay. It's going to be a lot harder for him. She's done a whole zone just now. More importantly, she ran Black Fathom Deeps and all the quests associated with that, so that got her another couple levels, really level and a half at least. I mean, who knows where Nessingware is at. Alright, so I'm not going to make you guys watch me do all the rest of this, but I appreciate you for watching and for tuning in. By the time we turn in next time, I think I'm going to do what I said, where I'm going to start focusing on. We'll take Varrock and have him do a series, and it's not going to take very much, probably a couple episodes, and then he will be done with Southern Barons, maybe even only one more. So it won't be that long, and then we'll bounce over to Nessingwary, and Nessingwary and her will start. I might need some grind time for Nessingwary, and we could potentially do that on camera. We could do it off camera. I don't know. Have to see what level he's at. But thanks everyone for tuning in. We got another episode in the pipe, 5x5. I look forward to seeing you all next time on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft, and I appreciate you. Bye.